Dear students, welcome back to this session. In this session, let us solve some problems on hypergeometric distribution, which will be asked for 5 marks. Now, first problem, in a college, there are 2100 students. Among them, 900 are girls. A computer training center in a city offers a free computer training to 5 randomly selected students. Find the mean and standard deviation of number of girls selected for training among 5 students. Now here, first see, it is a problem related to finding probability of a random variable. So what probability of what? Or here, instead of probability, we are going to find the mean and the standard deviation, right? Probability is not asked, the mean and standard deviation. But anyhow, first we have to decide this problem is related to which distribution. For that, just to look at the given informations, how those will be given. Here, there is a population has 2100 students. It is considered as a population. Among those 2100 students, some are girls and obviously the remaining are boys. How many students are girls? 900 are girls. Then remaining 2100 minus 900, that is 1200 are boys. That is, there are 2 classes in a population. Then we can consider one group, there are 2 groups in a population. One possesses the characteristic and another one do not possess the characteristic. Here it is asked to find mean and standard deviation of number of girls selected for computer training among 5 students. So what is 5 here? 5 is nothing but a sample, right? We are going to select 5 students among those 2100 students. So it is actually sample size 5 and population size is 2100. Then among those 5 students, we are going to study about the number of girls. So here a group of girls, we can say, possess the characteristic, and usually here if a group possesses the characteristic, then that group, the units in that group is considered as A in a hypergeometric distribution. This is a problem on hypergeometric distribution. A sample is drawn from a population, right? Then what is A and B and also N? Here no information with regard to probability and all. So it is a problem on hypergeometric distribution. So start defining x. How to define x? Mean of a random variable or standard deviation of a random variable we have to find. So what is that random variable? Standard deviation of number of girls selected for training. So this number of girls selected for training, it is considered as a random variable, that is a hypergeometric distribution. So here they let first always in any distribution problem, we have to define a random variable x first. So let x denote number of girls selected for training among, always among a particular sample, among the units in the sample. So here it is given among 5 students. Let x denote the number of girls selected for training among 5 students. Now this 5 indicate n, the sample size in a hypergeometric distribution. That is, x follows hypergeometric in bracket A equal to, what is A? The number of units possess the characteristic. Here this is girls, the group of girls possess the characteristic. So how many girls are there? It is given 900 are girls. So A equal to 900. What is B? B is nothing but the units which does not possess the characteristic. So here B equal to total number of students 2100 minus the number of girls which is equal to 1200. This is how to find with the help of the given information. Next, so A over B over, next N, the sample size, the number of items selected, that is 5 students. So here we can observe X follows hypergeometric with A equal to 900, B equal to 2100 minus 900, which is equal to 1200. It indicates the number of boys, the number of students selected is 5. Next, once you know the values of parameters in a hypergeometric distribution, then the asked factor is a mean and a standard deviation that we can find. Now, mean is given by mean equal to NA by A plus B. It is the formula N is 5 into A is 900 divided by A plus B, 900 plus 1200, or directly we can write 2100. So 9 into 5, 45, 4500 divided by 2100, which is equal to 2.143 is the answer. 4500 divided by 2100, which is equal to 2.143. Next, what else is asked? Standard deviation. Standard deviation is equal to square root of formula NAB into A plus B minus N divided by A plus B whole square into A plus B minus 1. It is the formula for standard deviation, which is equal to, substitute the values, NAB, N is 5, A is 900 into B is 1200 into A plus B, 900 plus 1200 minus N is 5 divided by A plus B whole square, that is 900 plus 1200 whole square into 900 plus 1200 minus 1. This is the substitution, and once you substituted the values, next simplify. That is a square root of 5 into 900 into 1200. You will be getting 5400 divide into 2095 divided by 441000 into 2099. This is the answer you are getting, which is equal to, the final answer is 1.1055. Simplify yourself. After this step, you can simplify. First multiply these two, then this is a 2100 minus 5, this you will be getting this. So 2100 minus 1, 2099, and this is a here A plus B whole square, 2100 whole square, that is a 441 next 0000. Right? Here this is this problem is asked for 5 marks. 2 marks for calculation of mean and 2 marks for a variance. Standard deviation. Instead of standard deviation, variance is also can be asked. Next, let us continue with the next example. That is a 6th example I wrote there. Now go through that. There are 20 fruits. Now this problem. There are 20 fruits in a basket, out of which 8 are. So how many fruits are there? 20 fruits are there in a basket, out of which 8 are mangoes and the rest are oranges. What is the rest? The remaining. That is among 20, 8 are mangoes, remaining are oranges. So 20 minus 8, that is 12 are oranges. A girl picks 5 fruits randomly. So in a sample there are 5 fruits. from the basket. Find the probability that she gets 3 mangoes. So we have to find the probability. So P of she gets 3 mangoes. So we have to study about the number of mangoes. So better to define X as the number of mangoes among the picked ones, right? Number of mangoes among 5 fruits, because sample size is 5. This is how to define X. Let X denote the number of mangoes among 5 fruits. Then X follows hypergeometric in bracket A. A is nothing but it must represent the number of mangoes. A group which possess the characteristic. Here, since we are dealing with the mangoes, we can say the group of mangoes possess the characteristic. So first factor A must be considered as a number of mangoes in the population. So number of mangoes is 8. So A equal to 8. Is it clear? Next B is the number of items in the population which does not possess the characteristic. That is the oranges. How many oranges are there? 20 minus 8, 12 oranges. That factor we have to consider it as a B, the second parameter. N, the items in the sample, number of units selected in the sample, that is a 5. So this is how to understand the given problem. So first question we have to find P of X is equal to 3, right? Next also find the expected number of mangoes among the picked ones. What do you mean by expected number of mangoes? We know expected number of mangoes means we have to find a mean. Expectation is nothing but a mean. So here we have to calculate a mean of a random variable X, the number of mangoes among 5 fruits. So 2 sub questions are there. We have to solve those. So first let X denote number of mangoes among 5 fruits, right? Among 5 fruits. Then X follows hypergeometric in bracket A. A is a number of mangoes, that is 8. B is totally 20 fruits minus 8, that is 12. Next N equal to 5. Once you know this, next write the probability mass function. The probability mass function is P of X equal to ACX BC n minus X divided by A plus BC n. X is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to minimum of A comma n. Substitute the values. 8CX. Next 12C n minus x. N is 5. 5 minus x divided by 20C5. X is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to minimum of A comma n. A is 8, n is 5, minimum is 5. So you can write 0, 1, 2 up to 5. This is how to write the probability mass function. Then first question, probability of, first question, that is a probability that she gets 3 mangoes. Probability of she gets 3 mangoes, which is equal to probability of x is equal to 3. Probability of x is equal to 3, which is equal to, put 3 in the probability mass function. 8C3 into 12C 5 minus 3 divided by 20C5, which is equal to 8C3. How to do this? 8 into 8 into 7 into 6 divided by 3 into 2 into 1. So 3 into 2, 6 and this answer is here once again you can use a table also. 8C3 that is a 56 into 12C 5 minus 3 is 2, 12C2 right, 12 into 11 divided by 2 into 1 that is a 66 divided by 20C5 that once again you can calculate 20C5 20 into 19 into it is a 20 into 19 into 18 into 17 into 16 that is a 5 values divided by 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 5 4s are 20, 3 1s are 3 6 are right, 2 1s are 2 8s are multiply and you can write answer right. Anyway you can simplify totally, write the answer here 15504. The answer is 15,504 and finally the simplified answer is 0.2384 right. That is probability of she gets 3 mangoes is a 0.2384. 0.2384. Next second part. Second part is the question that is find the expected number of mangoes among the picked ones. I told it is required to find the mean equal to NA divided by A plus B which is equal to N5 into A 8 divided by A plus B that is 8 plus 12 right, 8 into 5 40 divided by 20 which is equal to 2. Therefore, actually we can write here therefore the expected number of mangoes among the picked ones is 3 or 2 mangoes are expected in the draw, like that also we can write. Next one more problem. A student preparing for an examination studies only 20 out of 25 sections prescribed, right. That is totally in a textbook there are 25 sections, among them a student studies only 20 sections prescribed. The remaining 5 he is not going to study. So there are 2 groups in a population. A population consists of 25 units. One class has 20 sections, another class has remaining 25 minus 25 sections prescribed. If the teacher selects 10 sections, so the sample has how many units? 10 units. So a teacher selects 10 sections at random. What is the probability that the student will have studied 9 of these sections? So we have to find the probability of a student studies only 9 sections, right? So here we require to study about the number of sections a student studies, right? So here the group possess the characteristic which one we can consider, that is the number of sections a student studies, it is considered as A, and number of sections a student do not study, that is that group we can say it does not possess the characteristic, right? So here first we can define, let X denote so first we have to define, let X denote the number of sections, that is let X denote the number of sections a student studies among how many sections? Totally 25 sections. Sorry, among the number of sections selected, that is 10. Among 10 sections. Then X follows hypergeometric in bracket A. A means possess the characteristic. That is a number of sections studied. That is 20 out of 25 sections he is going to study. So 20. B equal to total number of sections minus number of sections he studies. That is 20, which is equal to 5. Next, number of sections selected at random, 10. So here A equal to 20 and B equal to 5 and N equal to 10, right? Next, the probability mass function is P of x equal to, I am going to substitute the values directly. P of x is equal to ACX 20CX into BCN minus x, that is B is 5C n minus x. Divided by A plus B, 20 plus 5 divided by, 20 plus 5 C n is 10. X is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to minimum of A comma n. What is A? A is 20 and n is 10, which is minimum 10. So 0, 1, 2 up to 10. Right? The range is 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 10. Next question. What is the probability that the student have studied 9 of these sections? So we can write, therefore probability of a student studied only 9 of these sections is equal to P of x equal to 9. P of x equal to 9, which is equal to, substitute the values in the probability mass function, 20C 9. Next 5C 10 minus 9 divided by 20 plus 5, 25C n is 10, which is equal to 20C 9. You can calculate it, simplify this, you will be getting the answer 167,960 into 5, that is 5C 10 minus 9, 10 minus 9 is 1, so 5C 1 is 5 divided by 25C 10, that is 25 into 24 into like that. Write 10 numbers divided by 10 into 9 into, simplify and get the answer 3268760, right, which is equal to 0.2569. Simplify yourself at home, check the whether the answer is correct. This is how to find the probability of the student will have studied 9 of these sections. Then next question, there are 50 lecturers, next 8th one here I wrote, there are 50 lecturers in a college, out of them 50 lecturers are there, out of them 23 belong to science faculty. So among 50, 23 belong to science faculty. So what about remaining? Those are not science faculty. They, how many lecturers are remaining? 50 minus 23. So 27 belong to non-science faculty. Next, the college management builds 5 quarters and allots them to 5 randomly selected lecturers. So how many lecturers are selected? 5 lecturers are selected to allot the quarters. find the probability that all the quarters are allotted to science lecturers. So there is a group of lecturers population. There are two groups in a population. One is a science lecturers and another one is not science lecturer. So the first one, a group of science lecturers is said to possess the characteristic, because we have to study about that. All the quarters are allotted to science lecturers. So what do you mean by all? All means 5. They are going to select 5. So all the 5 quarters are allotted to science lecturers. So how many lecturers are selected? 5. So x is equal to 5. We have to find the probability of x is equal to 5. So what is x here? X denote the number of science lecturers, right? The number of science lecturers among how many lecturers? Among 5 lecturers. We can define, let x denote the number of science lecturers, among 5 lecturers. Then x follows hypergeometric in bracket A equal to the number of science lecturers in a group. It is given 23. What is B? Total number of lecturers 50 minus 23, that is 27, belong to non-science faculty. Next N, the number of lecturers selected, that is 5. The probability mass function is P of x equal to ACx BCn minus x divided by A plus BCn. X is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to minimum of A comma n, which is equal to ACx 23Cx B 27C n minus x, n is 5 minus x divided by 50C 5. X is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to minimum of A comma n. A is 23, B is 5. This is minimum. So 0, 1, 2 up to 5. This is the probability mass function. Next, therefore, we have to find the probability that all the quarters are allotted to science lecturers. Probability of all the quarters are, therefore, probability of all the quarters are allotted to science lecturers is equal to all means 5. P of x equal to 5. Now substitute P of x is equal to 5 in the probability mass function, that is which is equal to 23 C x, x is 5, 23 C 5 into 27 C 5 minus 5 divided by 50 C 5, right? You will be getting 23 C 5, first one 23 C 5, the answer is or I will write like this, 23C5 into 27C 5 minus 5, 5 minus 5 is 0, divided by 50C5. Now simplify those, the values are 23C5 33,649 into 27C0 1 divided by 50C5 21,000. It is not 21,000. 21,18760. which is equal to 0.0158, right? 21,18,760, this denominator, and this is 33,649. The final answer is 0.0158, right? 0.0158. It indicates the probability that all the quarters are allotted to science lecturers, right? Okay students, thank you.